Yes, sir.
Good morning, you guys. Good morning. How y'all doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Everybody's okay.
So, how's it going this
Oh,
morning?
well, got the young one there.
Get out. Cannot complain. Beautiful Saturday as always. Good to see you guys.
Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. So, let's go ahead and get this started.
Wait, how everybody doing? What's going on?
Oh,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
all right?
yeah.
We had a great show last night, Friday Night Live. Don't drink and drive. Stay home and go live. You know, I'm a little hungover, but I'm ready to go. Let's do it. That's
That's
why
right.
I got my NWA on today with these ain't lokes, but I'm trying.
That's right. That's right. Mr. El Pooh, how was your week?
Man, it was steady, steady, steady. Just working, trying to, trying to survive in this in this these hard times. And let me just say it like that. These hard times, I'm trying to, stay alive and get by. Doing a
Man,
good job at it.
I think everybody going through it because everybody I talk to here, so everybody like, man, just trying to struggling, bro. Like
Mhm.
it ain't no free money out here no more. Everybody is going through something. So
I
stop
seen.
begging. People stop begging for money.
How you doing, Miss J?
I'm
How's your
great.
week,
I'm
Miss Lady
great.
J?
I spent the whole so I had a good week.
That's one.
I can't
I'm
complain.
just kidding.
Okay. Yeah. Get your audio together,
A
baby.
little, some little. My
The
audio acting
audio.
up.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
acting up a little bit.
Okay, let me know if it's
Mr.
acting up
X.
again.
What's up, man? Good morning, man. I just had my daughter and her boyfriend brought this big ass dog over here. So as soon as we go live, he want to start barking. Take his ass outside. Shit. He happy to be free, so he jumping all over the place, man.
When they
That's
get
right.
married.
You tell me, brother. You tell
All
me.
right. Hey, that's to my niece. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's my only message. That's my only message. I was on Jakia last night. I talked to Jakia, Sheila's daughter, with her boyfriend. I called her. Then she put her boyfriend on. I'm like, hey, what's up? Then I put to her like, oh, you still with us? I said, when y'all get married?
Ah,
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. All right, I ain't gonna
ah.
go too deep, but that's it. I'm gonna leave it there.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's good to have y'all on this Saturday morning. Welcome to the Focus Up Show to everybody that's viewing us this morning. Today is July 7th. No, excuse me, July 23rd, 2022. Um, we're going to step into these topics. Y'all ready to rock and roll with it?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. So here we go. The racist Sesame Street character. Are you guys in tune with that situation?
Yep.
Racist Rosarita. I think it's totally disgusting. It's
Hmm.
totally disgusting. You know, I mean, it's terrible to be racist because whoever's under that costume, they obviously didn't like black people. Period. And they made it known. They touching, high fiving the white or Hispanics kids. The black girls just straight like, never mind, not cool. I don't get it, and it just shows the climate of America that we're in today.
Yeah.
It, I think, I think if it was seen on camera, just think about how many wasn't seen on camera.
Facts.
And at the same time, whoever did that under the costume need to be exposed. You
Right.
understand what I mean? They need to be exposed. I'm pretty sure they might be exposed later on down the line. But at the
Yep.
same time, whatever experience they had that made them do that to the little black kids, you know, they shouldn't have did that. It wasn't, the little black kids' fault. That they see a character, they don't see no color. You know what I mean? So it's like who's ever behind that, they need to for sure not do that job no more. They should be trying to look into another job field or something like that if they want to earn a living or something like that. But yeah, that was totally out of hand, uncalled for.
Man.
Well, do y'all realize that the people that's in charge, they put out excuses. The first excuse was they couldn't identify who the character was, who the person was. And then second, they said that no, he was actually saying that he couldn't hold a baby, or she, whatever it was, the character couldn't hold a baby. That's why they were saying no. And then the third thing was, well, whatever it was, we're gonna give them some additional training, what's the type of training that they give them? Racial, whatever type of training, some additional training,
or some crap.
whatever it is, they're gonna give us some training or whatever it is. I forgot the exact term of it, but either way, they said they need to give them some more training and everything to bring them up their sensitivity level or whatever the case is. I guess it's like race sensitivity training, something like that.
Right.
I just wanted to add a little note. You can't train racism.
True, I agree.
Where that horn at?
You can't train it out. You can't train it out. You surely
First
can't.
horn of the day.
It's a little too early for the horn, man, because I ain't even ready with the horn right now.
Yeah, you can't train.
Friday Night Live.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, JC. Sometimes you get older, you learn different, and you see things differently as you get older. Or if you get educated on something, you be like, okay, I better understand it. So I would disagree with that one. As far as you can't,
You know why I say it like that? Because a lot of people that's entrenched in their beliefs.
Yeah.
And those that are entrenched in their beliefs, meaning they're third generation, fourth generation, believe in that way.
Okay.
You can't be changed.
Now,
You understand what I'm saying? Now I said no, let me take that back. You can be changed. Everybody can change.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you got a lot of people out there set in their ways. And their mindset is not changing at all. You understand what I mean? So let me take that back and say, yeah, everybody can change. You have a lot of people out there that don't want to, and that's the prime example right there.
Real talk. Yep. So,
Wait,
What
Lady J, you got
Miss
something to say?
Lady J?
I just feel like the whole situation is sad because children are innocent, especially, when you didn't hug the other children, and then right after that, you turn around and hug another child of a different race. That was obvious that it was racism right then and there. And I have to agree with JC. If it's in you, it's in you. It doesn't matter how much training you get, you still gonna be racist. It's up to the individual to want to change. It's sad that the family had to experience that, and to refund them or bring them back for another trip or a personalized trip at the park is not going to take away that lifetime of pain that was inflicted on that mother. The child may not remember as they get older, but at the same time, they may. Racism it's not going nowhere.
On the other hand, go on, Mr. Walker.
I personally I don't have a problem with a person being racist. I really don't. It's when you act out, or if you got a job and you're showing your colors, you shouldn't have that job. Like if you want to be a racist dude in your house and I hate you or whatever, that's your prerogative as an American citizen. You have that right. But when you act out, that you shouldn't be doing that freaking job. You shouldn't be working at the bank if you're gonna discriminate on somebody and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping on you just hating black people or hating white folks. I ain't tripping.
But I just wanna make a note on they saying they're gonna give the employee extra training, right? But what about the mom? She might need some mental counseling. What about showing that parent some support when it comes to what that parent had to experience, like First Lady J said? That's a mental score that mom is going to have to take to her grave.
And I mean, if it's clearly laid out that dude was being, or that person was being racist, don't they have like a lawsuit on their hand for that mental illness or mental whatever you want to call it? What they call that, mental stress or something?
Yeah.
When you sue
they already lawyered up. They lawyered up.
Yeah.
They already lawyered up. The family already they spoke on it. The mental trauma. It's a little extra, but hey.
But the good thing about that situation, that's going to put a magnifying glass on a lot of other characters when it comes to what happened. You understand? Everybody's gonna really have their camera out now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's a good thing that happened, and it's a bad thing that happened. But at the same time, every time something like that happened, there's a growing point in it. You know what I mean? So, that takes a chance for everybody to get a chance, I guess you could say, to learn from it.
Facts.
So, ooh,
You
Well,
know?
one thing I can say is though, like you were saying about you can't really train, people to not be racist when they get to a certain age. It's the same concept of it's easier to build a strong child than to change a grown man. Basically, you can't change a grown man's perspective, but you can't shape a child's perspective. You know,
I think
that's
you're quoting Frederick Douglass. It says, "Better to build a strong child than to raise a broken man. Some repair a broken man."
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it only makes sense, because first of all, a man has less time than a child, so a child has more of an influence in the future, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why, I mean, just getting off subject, but just trying to bring it home to make a point. That's why they pushing this gay and bisexual agenda on these little kids, so they'll accept it.
Mm.
Oh, can I get a horn?
On that note, y'all, we done on that topic. Y'all ready to move forward?
Yep.
We can go ahead.
All right, then. The next topic at hand. Do in-laws play a role in the relationship?
They do, and they shouldn't. It's bad. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
I disagree. They do and they should play a role in the relationship to a degree. They
What?
play a role to a degree. When your daughter is in a relationship and get married to somebody, you are there or available to help, intervene or manage their relationship, but you do play a role, right? You do play a role in their relationship. It ain't like, oh, they ain't got nothing to do with me. You like, okay, how's my daughter doing? Or even my son, how's my son doing? How y'all doing over there? You do play a role because you put a lot of time into those children, and now they're in these relationships. As far as
Remember that song by K Solo? Your mom's in my business. Your
Yeah.
mom's in my business. Your mom's in my business.
yeah,
That's. I mean, I think they should not. They need to mind their own damn business because I know whenever my sons get married or your daughter get married or my cousin Jakia get married, I'm not gonna play no role, or I don't want to play no role in their relationship. Let them do their thing. But if they need advice, then I'll be there to speak on it. But to be proactively trying to talk and all this stuff, because I'm gonna be honest.
but that's the degree I was talking. What you just said, advice. If you giving counsel, you are playing a role in a relationship.
Well, then that could be anybody then.
That's what I'm saying. So they do have a role to play. If you come with
Tato,
advice and I give you advice and you act on it, I'm actively contributing to the direction of their relationship. So I am playing a role in their relationship.
go ahead,
Okay.
Nick. Yes, I feel like I'm in the Matrix. I mean,
Where
like,
that horn at?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But yeah,
all you doing is giving counsel. You got to give counsel, and like I say, go ahead,
it,
Jason.
it could be healthy, but at the same time, it can be bad. It can be like too much in their business. You know what I mean? It can be to where one of the others constantly coming to you about what's going on in their relationship.
Yep.
Because you're constantly giving advice.
Yep.
But at the same time, I think it's a boundary that needs to be set when it comes to that. Because some people do overstep.
Yeah. And what kind of, as far as a boundary, what's an example of something like, you mean like giving bad advice? Like if somebody gives bad counsel, don't go to that person, whether it's your father, your mother, because I know.
Well, I'm speaking more in terms of, Oh, they're just coming back complaining about any and everything. You understand what I'm saying? And expecting you to give advice or expecting your opinion on certain issues where those things they need to iron out on their own. You understand what I'm saying? And
Who
not
needs
come
to
and
earn
get
it?
your advice.
Who needs to earn it?
No, I said
You
they
said,
need to iron those type of
all right, all
situations out on their own. You know what I
right.
mean?
I hear you.
I
I think
can't hold back no more. I can't hold back no more. Hey, my mother-in-law lived with us for 8 years. I think that ruined my marriage. It happened.
Mm,
And then my
mm,
wife used to blame my parents. And I'm like, they don't live with us. They don't
mm.
live with us. And she was directly, in my opinion. I hope she ain't watching this show. She gonna be pissed. I think she was sabotaging the relationship, and it worked. It worked. That's why I'm a single man right now. So what? Yeah.
man.
Anyway,
Lady J, what you
mind
got to
your
say?
business.
Um,
I'm gonna
I
get fucked
feel
up for that. Damn.
it's a catch-22, but I do feel like there should be some limitation. In-laws, for one, if a spouse is going to their in-laws about issues or problems, it tends to make the in-laws look at the individual differently. Meaning, you may have had a problem with your wife, or the wife may have a problem with her husband. They went to the in-laws to vent about it. You may forgive your wife or your husband, but your in-laws gonna forever look at that negative thing, and they're not gonna feel the same about that person. To where you're over it, and you're moving on in your marriage, but your in-laws still got that negative energy about that person and going to forever be a bad advice. Let's say if a spouse cheated and your in-law like, oh, you need to leave that person. They're gonna keep on cheating, da da da. But you didn't forgave your spouse and you trying to move on. But every time you go to say something to your spouse about an in-law, they're gonna have something negative to say. When you marry, the union is between you and your spouse. You get a bonus family, but I feel like when in-laws know too much, whether it's good or bad, it is. I feel like the bad outweighs the good when in-laws are involved.
Hey, real quick, Mr. Walk, if you could turn your speakers down a little bit.
All right. I
Yeah,
gotta move it.
yeah, it's echoing. Every time she talk, it was echoing.
My bad. How was that? How was that?
Go ahead, First Lady. You can say something real quick.
Yeah, all in-laws are not bad, but for the most part, you hear a lot of men running from their mother-in-law. Like, like Walk, just made that comment about them living with them. When of
Hey,
course
don't
when you
up like I'm already cooking over here.
Man,
And today her birthday. Happy birthday to my ex.
man, man, no more.
Boy.
Yeah, so I just say if they give good counsel,
Next topic. Now, go ahead, bro. I'm
if
just
they
kidding. Go
give
ahead.
good counsel, they should be involved. And and as the couple, you have to be able to discern what's good counsel, what's bad counsel. If they are working against your relationship, you don't entertain those people. You know what I'm saying? If they working to help improve it, and they are what's the word non-biased and optimistic about your relationship, those are the ones you seek counsel from as far as your in-laws go. Because for me personally, my in-laws, I sought counsel from them every time I was around them. I listened to what they said and they had good advice. They was in a relationship and I respected their relationship and I wanted to have relationship goals. So, if they give good counsel, they should be involved.
But as if what is see here's the thing. This is how I really, really personally feel that. It's like this. Like Mr. JC could tell me, like, yo, let's go, yo, bro, you should just say F it and shoot up stuff. If I take that counsel, is that on me or Mr. JC? You know what I'm saying?
it's on you.
Exactly. And so the counsel is just there. But here's my thing. you should just mind your own damn business because you know you influential. Like I am not going to be involved in my kids' relationship. If they want to holler, I'm gonna speak on it like, look, man, you chose her. And you got to work it out, bro. But I mean, this is what happened. You gotta y'all item. You gotta make it work. Period. Like I was watching an episode of Martin. Remember when Martin had left and became part of the Rush Shamba and let his hair grow and all that crap.
Yeah.
And then Gina was like, they got mad she was leaving, and he was like, no, we supposed to talk it out. Come back. And she came back. Where my marbles, Gina? Like it was goofy, but they was there battling to work out their relationship as a couple.
Hey, I say like you could give good counsel if your son came to you. Hey, Dad, my girl's mama want to move in. You'll have good advice to give. You ain't gonna say, "Well, good luck with that, son." Right?
I'm gonna say, don't do that stupid shit.
There you go. You're gonna give advice based off of your experience. You have just involved yourself in your son's relationship.
So in other words, it's almost no way around it then, because if your kids come to you for counsel, you're gonna give them some type of advice.
But if it just becomes too much of walking around with their head down and they're expecting you to say, "Oh, what's wrong, son? What's wrong, daughter?" No, because y'all going through it. Don't expect me to ask what's wrong with you every time. You know what I mean? It's certain things that they do need to iron out and figure out on their own, and not look for parents' advice on how to run a relationship. Because some relationships are just different.
Yeah, but sometimes you need a parent to even express that though. When they come to you, or if they look it down and you ask them what's going on, they kind of hint towards, I'm having problems in my relationship. Maybe you can kind of listen and then tell them, okay, well, maybe you can do this and that and that. It's no way for you not to counsel your kids. I don't care how old they are. That's your job. You're an elder. You've been through things. It's almost no way around it. But don't involve yourself like going to that, their spouse and be like, hey, you doing this and that. Or no, or ordering them around, telling them they need to do this and that. That's when you overstep your boundaries. For one. Or if you're telling your child, your son or daughter, you should leave them, stuff like that. When you're telling them, unless it's really something serious, sometimes it might be the point where, hey, you should leave. you got to get out this relationship. If it's toxic, get out the relationship. If it's something that y'all going through, that's just, something that people go through in relationships. Sometimes people look for, counsel from their friends, from, professional counselors, and sometimes they go to their parents. So that's just what it is.
I go to my niggas. Yeah. Go to my niggas. But hey, that's, you know what? I like that role in Good Fellas where Henry was coming home with Joe Pesci, and then they was waiting for him, the mother and the father and the wife, like, oh my God, we were out all night, and he just started laughing and turned back around and got in the car like, what the F is this? He was living with his mother-in-law and the father-in-law. Yeah. Separate.
That's when it becomes toxic. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's when you know that your other is constantly talking about your relationship.
Period. Hey, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. Like it's like what Gary Payton say. Whatever somebody say behind my back is none of my business. I'm dealing with you. You are on that BS. I don't care what the person told you or whatever. But I do know the source.
But you also gotta understand this. You can't take advice from people or get relationship advice from people that's used to having bad relationships.
Bam. Oh, El Pooh got another horn. That's another horn?
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I can't. JT can't get no horn, but he got a horn all of a sudden. Go. Wait, hold on. I got to do something.
Hey, JC, here you go.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
That's just for you, brother. Salute.
All right, while we over here clowning, let's give a few shout outs right quick and pay some bills right quick. La Brea Trucking, appreciate you tuning in as always. Kilo 2 Nola J. Y'all can find their music on all music platforms. Y'all keep it up. Keep that music going. Muhammad Meets.
It's meats.
Muhammad
Pause.
Meets.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Pause.
yes, sir.
Much success to you and your business. Keep it going. Disney Magical Adventures. Appreciate you tuning in to the show. Ukusu, wake up, clean up, stand up. Much appreciated. Black August Studios as well. Tunnel Vision. And Homies Way Car Club. Appreciate you guys tuning into the show. Please
Shays
continue to
Jazzy.
share.
Shays _ Jazzy _ boutique. She cutting up this week, but it's all good. And
That's right.
happy birthday to my ex. And she has a business as well, Yash Pops. Damn.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And one more thing, please press that like, subscribe, go ahead and make some comments. We appreciate all that. We just wanted to let y'all know. We appreciate y'all tuning in. So we want to give a shout out to everybody out there that's listening too. Thank you.
Appreciate it, y'all. So with this next topic we're gonna step into, fentanyl. Are people trying to get high or commit suicide?
Well, I know. Rest in peace to Master P's daughter, 29 years old. She overdosed off of drugs. I'm not sure if it was fentanyl or not, but she had a drug abuse problem, and she was trying to deal with it. She just got out of rehab and I guess relapsed and overdosed. So Master P said he's gonna turn his pain into passion, and so he's out in the media talking about it and want to share advice on it. But as far as the taking the drugs, it's easy to fall into that fold and start taking the drugs to kill the pain, and it's addicted to some of us.
Yeah, it's a dangerous situation. What we're dealing with right now, we have never dealt with before because you can't identify when it's inside of another pill. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I'm trying to figure out why would they let these chemists develop such a drug? For what purpose?
It's not chemists. Like, people make pills. Like, I can have a pill. I didn't know this. I did not know this. When people sell pills and buy pills, people are making the pills themselves. A female told me about that. I did not know because I've never been a pill popper. I ain't been a pill popper, but I've been, I done smoked weed, drink, little sherm, a little bit of everything, few lines. But I know people, I didn't know people are making pills. They have a pill making machine, I guess.
That's crazy.
That's true.
They do manufacture underground.
Huh?
But at the same, they do manufacture a lot of that stuff underground, ecstasy and all
No,
that.
No, there's I can have it. I can have right here making ecstasy or all that stuff that people are buying right here. I did not know that, but that's what's going on. This chick was like, "Oh, my boy make them." Straight up. Now, as far as with the fentanyl, I can't really comment too much on that because that's not my forte. Yeah,
but I think it's putting a black eye on the
the field game
on the underground scene. You know what I mean? When it comes to people on the underground scene doing their little business, because they don't know what it's in. They don't know if it's in what they buying now. You know what I mean? Or if they getting something clean. You know what I mean? So
wait, watch this. Excuse me, I'm gonna cut you off, bro. But it's just like the rapper Mac Miller. That's how the people that sold him that went to jail. These pills are not being manufactured in some type of laboratory and all that, dude. I know it looks good. It's a pill. They got pill making machines. not a machine, but however they doing it. You can make pills. I can make pills. Won't you make pills today too? But yeah,
They're called counterfeit pills, and that's pretty much one of the things that killed Prince. He took counterfeit Vicodin, and it was laced with fentanyl.
wow.
And
See,
Mm.
one
hey,
would
where
wonder
that horn at?
why is
Where that horn?
somebody uh,
Rest in peace, Prince. Damn,
Yeah.
I
Mm.
didn't know that. Now I'm mad. Now I'm pissed.
Mm.
Go ahead. I'm
and
sorry,
you
Miss
you
Lady J.
just wonder why if some of these people this caliber that have money, why would you even get street drugs? A pill will not, if you're that much in pain or whatnot, why don't you just get prescription drugs? Last I know, it never traced back to where he got the counterfeit pills from, but at the end of the day, it was fake. Obviously, it was not prescribed by a doctor. Who would think that Prince would take something knowingly that it's going to kill him? So it definitely was a street drug. Um, some people look at it like crack sometimes, even knowing that they are getting something with fentanyl, they may feel like they can handle it or they can take it. I've never done any of those drugs, but you've always heard for years when a person got introduced to crack, they took that first hit and they kept looking for that same high. And so they kept going
Mm.
after it. But I look at if you know what crack has done to the community, especially the black community in the 80s, and you see what these street drugs are doing and not knowing what they're laced with, why try it? So that's why my question is, are you trying to get high or are you trying to commit suicide? Because you know the risk when you're dealing with street drugs. Now, if you get it legally, if you didn't have surgery, preparing for surgery, and they injected you and you lose your life, then the family can come after for malpractice. With street drugs, you can't do anything because you chose to purchase and buy it. So that's where my question came in hand. Are you trying to commit suicide or are you trying to get high? Because we see the results. Recently, there was a mother in a car with her 6-year-old that injected herself with fentanyl. And that baby just knew her mother was gone. She got in trouble. She went to jail behind it. They did save her life, but you knew what you were doing.
Man.
Hey, but
It's it.
listen, if you want to get high and commit suicide, do your thing. Like, yo, that's just what it is. The problem is where it's laced in there and you don't know it. That's
Mhm.
the problem. That's the problem. But listen,
Mhm.
you still taking that risk. You still taking that chance. And yo, jump off the roof head first. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know me, I don't live as dangerously as I used to, but every chance I was taking, I took it, and I knew it was bad. That would be bad, bad. You know what I'm saying?
But
You
see, like
know
I
when
said,
it's bad. You know when it's bad.
like
So
I
No,
go
say,
no,
ahead.
it's putting a black eye on the black market because, like you said,
It's
it's
already a
late.
black guy on the black market. What is it?
Because, like I say, it's
It's
late.
bad
It's
drug
laced.
dealing. You're a
It's
bad drug
laced.
dealer.
You
You're a
don't
good
know
drug
what's
dealer.
in.
Come
You
on,
don't
bro.
know what you're getting these days because it's laced. You know what I mean? Because it could be looking like oxycontin, regular pill form. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, it got fentanyl in it. So a lot of people trying to get high. They're not trying to commit suicide. They're trying to get high because what they think they're buying is an oxycontin pill.
Nah, man. Hey,
You know
wait.
what I
Watch this.
mean?
One more thing. Ignorance is no excuse, bro. Ignorance is no excuse.
ignorance of the law is no excuse.
None of yes, that too. Ignorance of what I don't know what it was that I snorted a line. I
I
didn't know it
know,
was heroin.
I know First Lady J was talking about someone like Prince getting street drugs. Truth be told, you don't know what you're getting even from the doctors because it could be that the doctor is getting it illegal because he's trying to help support your needs. So he might be getting the street drug and giving it to you like, oh, I'm a doctor, so
Oh
here
no, that's malpractice,
Yeah.
bro.
No,
That is
If
it's
that's
saving money.
malpractice.
They saving money.
yeah,
No.
they do that. They give it
if
to
you
people
Mhm.
discount. Go
Well,
ahead.
what I was meaning by if you really truly are in pain, like his back pain or whatever the case, you go to pain management. They
Mhm.
prescribe. You go to the pharmacy to get it. So therefore, it goes back to the pharmaceutical
Mhm.
where you can sue a lawsuit. But if you choose, I'm not taking no pills from the doctor in house. just like that. I need the pharmaceutical. I need the lot number, expiration date. So if something happened to me, you know where to trace it back legally.
But
That
everybody don't follow the rules, and if it don't
that's
meet,
what I was saying. Somebody
too,
that puts
let's
over
go.
why take street pills instead of just going in, because if you really have these ailments, and then money talks anyway, a doctor don't give him what he wants. Michael
exactly.
Jackson got his injection.
Well, let me say this. I blame the doctors for this. Overprescribing opioids, which gets people hooked to these pain pills, and then when they can't get it from the doctor anymore, that's when they go to the streets.
They go
That's why
underground.
fentanyl and all this old stuff is so prevalent, because these
Wait,
people get
wait,
hooked on legal drugs in the
wait,
first place.
hold on. What Mr. Floyd X was saying is very accurate. See, y'all thinking, or some people are thinking that just because you got it from the doctor, that they got it from a freaking company or something.
Legitimate.
They going underground as well.
Doctors
They-
don't get doctors do not women. Doctors make prescriptions most of the time. They give you a prescription.
Are they even?
You
Are
act like
y'all
they
even
don't
listening?
break the law, bro. You act
I
like
didn't say that.
That break the law, true enough. There are some that break the law, but
Floyd
it's up
X,
to the
Floyd X,
individual.
are they even listening?
that's what
One at a time.
No, I hear what
One
you're
at a
saying, but I'm
time.
saying it's not common. Let's think about
I'm about to
legally.
play
It's not
my
common
game.
practice. It's not
I'm
common.
playing my game. I'm about to
Yeah,
play
play your
contra.
game.
I'm playing
Yeah, play your
contra.
game.
doctors break the laws too.
Yeah, they do, bro.
They
But
do. Yes, they
maybe they
do.
do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
They
do. But
say
what I'm saying,
tens of thousands
we're not talking about doctors on
off
the
of the
black
black
market, though. Yeah, this is not the black market doctors, though. We talking about real
How you
legitimate.
know, El Pooh? How you know it's not the black market doctor?
No, I'm saying that's not what
Ooh.
we're talking about. That's
What
what
you
I'm saying.
We
Floyd
talk
X here. You
But
want
I'm
to
telling.
play?
Okay,
we
what
talking
what I'm saying is,
doctors could be drug dealers too.
hold on, jaywalk way out of control. What I'm trying to say is this: people go to doctors and get opioids. You get prescriptions, and they might get opioids, and they might get addicted to that, and then the doctor might stop giving it to them at their certain point. You know what I'm saying? And then they already addicted.
In
So if they
certain
can't get it, if they can't get a prescription for it, then the next thing to do is to go to the street dealers.
Okay.
That's how people get heroin and stuff like that. And that's even how some people actually start using stuff like fentanyl, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
certain cases.
Fentanyl, and it's like 50 to 100% more potent than Oxycontin, heroin, and all this old stuff. It's very, very, very potent.
Yeah.
They say like 2 milligrams of the stuff is like 2 grains of salt. You know what I'm saying? And that can almost kill you, almost. You know what I'm saying? Anything more than that the average person can probably die. A whole lot of people die just from inhaling or touching the stuff. That's how powerful it is.
Okay. Now a viewer said he's saying doctors don't. He put it down here. Fills prescriptions.
Yeah.
El Pooh saying doctors give you a piece of paper.
Exactly.
Is that what you saying, El Pooh? Doctors
That's what I'm
give
saying. They give you the prescription, you go to the pharmacy, and you get the drugs.
Okay. But there are situations where the doctors would hand it directly to their patients. They would.
You do have some Dr. Feel Goods. You are right, Mr. Floyd X. You have some Dr. Feel Good. You have some that are out there trying to risk their license. And those are some of the doctors that I choose to call quack doctors. At the end of the day, it's still up to the individual if you choose to take whatever medication you're prescribed to you, whether it's pain medicine or not. I am not taking a prescription from a doctor's office. They just give me something in a manila envelope and say, here, take this 3 times a day, whoop, 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 whoop. And there's nothing for me to trace back to. That's a red flag right there. If you just
No, that's not what's going on.
Michael Jackson had a Dr. Feel Good. He made it feel good.
I mentioned Michael Jackson, like, he was able to buy a doctor, pay a doctor off to give him something he wanted illegally. And what happened to that doctor? What happened to him?
Did he go to jail for like a year?
A couple of years.
Wait,
Yeah, he
hold
went
on.
to jail.
They went to jail.
Hey, Mr. Floyd X, I don't know if we just talking to this remote controller or not.
No, you're not. I understand what he's saying.
I think they're missing what me and you feel and understand.
Yeah.
Just because you get it from the doctor or prescription, let's say you go to CVS, don't mean that it came from some company or something. That don't mean it's good. They save tens of thousands of dollars.
Real talk.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
Mind it on the black.
Like getting it from like, just how much you got it for?
Yep.
Everybody go for the best deal.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ozark is just a fictional show, but there's some truth in that.
Oh, no. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's some truth in that.
Yes.
Truth that they grab off the black market and know how to wash it or launder, just like they launder money, they launder them books, they launder their drugs, they launder all that shit. And it looks legitimate.
It's money. It's money. Everybody want more. The best deal. That's what we want.
Yep.
The best deal.
I want to be clear about something. I understand very well what Mr. Floydek said, what you said. I see it both ways. I never said neither one of you guys were wrong. You're not talking to a remote control. Yes, everybody wants the best. That's you got generic, you got brand name.
Well, talking to El Poo too. He was on that train too.
Well, I'm defending myself, El Poo. He's right here. He's alive in person. He can speak for himself as well. But I'm not illiterate. I'm not no dummy. I understood everything that was said. That's what I'm speaking on. I'm telling you, I can see it from your point of view, and I can see it from mine. That's why I say you got some doctors that are Dr. Feelgood quack. I never denied what you were saying is true. And even at the pharmacy, yes, people gonna get the best deal, but even if it was wrong, it was not the right stuff. At least at the pharmacy, by law, you have to have a lot number. You have to have something to trace back what pharmaceutical it came from. It's just like if you get a bad batch of chicken, you get it put up on the news like there's salmonella in this batch and it came from this person. Same with the pills. So I'm not dumb. You can wear that remote all day long. Put your glasses back on. That's what I need to do.
First lady. Hold on, Walker.
Hold on. You look nice. I didn't even see y'all ass.
First lady, the problem is you're too focused on the legal direction. You're not about to.
Yes, you are.
You keep right back to it. You run right back to it.
But I get where you're coming from. That was my whole thing that I was saying to you. If you know these street drugs, and I told you, we do have some doctors that are out there that's getting. So we got doctors that's doing bad surgeries. All these doctors are not saying. You guys see this people going to get butt injections, end up with cement in their booty cheeks and all that stuff. So I know there's bad doctors. I know there's doctors. That's why I said if I go to you and you're a doctor not coming there and you prescribe me and say, here, take these, I'm not going to take those pills.
Listen to you. All right, now listen to you right here. You're speaking as a model citizen. I'm not going to take those pills, but a person that want them, thank you, good doctor. They'll take them pills right out of his hands and don't give a damn about no.
I agree. I never disagree with that.
So
I wholeheartedly agree.
Right back to it. You keep.
I agree with you.
Model
no,
citizen.
I agree with you. I'm not going back to anything. I agree with what you just said.
Okay.
I said that all along. I never disagree with you guys.
El Poo, you got anything else to add to it?
Yeah, you better stand up yourself.
So to encapsulate the question, to cap off the question, are people getting high or committing suicide? They doing both.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Okay. So
all right. With that being said,
real quick, let me give a public announcement. If you're suffering from drug abuse and you have an addiction, here's a hotline number you could call: 1-800-662-4357. You call that and get you a hotline. And if you don't want to call or talk to nobody, they have a website. The drug abuse website is help.org. So, if you're dealing with drug abuse problems, seek some help. Get into those rehabs. And, I had a drinking abuse problem. I went into rehab. I've been in 2 times already, and I would like to believe that I'm better. I would like to believe that I'm not, tearing stuff up. That's why we do the Friday night, don't drink and drive, stay home and go live, because we want to do better. So, if you're dealing with any kind of drug abuse addiction, seek help.
Last but not
Well, I need
least,
some
all
help.
that
I really
fails.
do need. I gotta say something serious. I really need some help because I got a weed problem and I don't have enough weed. That's the problem.
Where that horn at, you asshole? I'm steal that from you. I'm gonna use that on another show one other time. Mystery Alpha. Go ahead, Ralph.
Last but not least, all else fails. And God don't know what to do when you're going through these situations. Just focus up. You know what I mean?
But if you really do need help, it is some help available, and I'm glad my brother just put that number up there. Put that number up there again, brother, just so they'll know, because that's really serious. You know, if you really need some help, please reach out to somebody. Don't try to do it yourself because it may not work. Your way ain't working, obviously. So go ahead and try to, use that number or reach out to any other methods that you can or any other facilities or anything out there that can help you. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So y'all, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Not religious. My mate wants me to go to church.
So deep, so many layers to that. Not being religious and your mate wants you to go to church. When I look at it, like I look at a lot of these relationship shows, and they be like, he got to be a Christian or he got to be this when they get married. You can't put your religion on nobody. They don't believe what you believe. They don't agree with what you're talking about. You should not be in trying to bring them into your fold. Anybody?
Lady J? No, let Lady J speak on this. Lady J, say something.
Go ahead, Miss Lady J.
I'm like this. Right, you can't force anyone. If their religion beliefs are different from mine, I prefer not to be in a relationship with you if we're not going to be on the same accord. Because if we are in a relationship and we're leaning towards marriage, first of all, where are we going to get married? Where are we going to, join in union at? You're going to be over here at the mosque and I'm going to be over here in the church. Like, you have to be on the same accord. I'm not going to try to force my religion on anyone. If you want to be supportive and come along with me, that's fine. From my understanding, you can't change a man or a woman. You can only change a diaper. You have to want to change yourself. So I'm not forcing anything on the individual. I want to be with somebody that's on the same accord with me. So when we're dating and we're talking, and you're telling me you're not a religious person, I already know right then and there we're not going to get too far. I need somebody that's on my level.
Let's say that he was religious in the beginning, and y'all get married, and then he started having dissolutions of the church. We talking about a young couple, young in their 20s, growing up and still learning the world. And he gets up into his 30s. He's like, I don't believe in that God stuff. And you grow. He's a good man. He does everything a good father or husband should be and do. And then he veers away, and you consistently going to church on Sunday. You a Sunday school teacher, and you teaching, and you like, man, you don't want to come to church with me? Are you would you still stay with that person, or what would your feelings be if he becomes non-religious during the marriage?
I would still stay with that person, hands down. I'll have to be there and support my husband. Marriage should not be an option, unless there's just some physical abuse. So if his religion has changed, all I would do is continue to pray that one day he will see, maybe as he get older, it may be an intermission time for him. He might be on hiatus to where, he's still trying to find himself. So no, I'm not going to leave my husband. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing.
One more point. Let me get one more point in. What about you might wake up and realize that religion is wrong also? Instead of saying he might wake up and find a way, what if you find a way?
Well, if I feel like there's a different way, that's how I'm going to wake up. I'm going to see that way. But I guarantee you at the end of the day, if I need to come back, change is okay. Yes. People make changes all day long. But once again, it's up to the individual. The mindset, you can't make me change. I can't make you change. We have to want to change. So if I wake up and like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't believe in God today. few years later, I might believe in God again. I'll be like, dang, I lost my job. I don't have this. I don't have that anymore. Maybe there is a God. Maybe I was having this good car. Maybe I was doing this because there really is a God. I'm going back to where I used to be.
All right, you put a lot in there. You put a lot in
I know,
there.
yeah, that was a.
You threw a lot in. You threw a lot in.
Y'all asked for it.
Like somebody tell me
I
how
forgot the topic. Like,
I
hold
think I'm
on.
talking about.
F that. Yo, check this out. This like married couple stuff. I don't want to go to church. You can't force me. We get that. That's true. But see, that's something where if you're a God-fearing Christian, you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be like, come on, baby, let's go to church and all that bullshit. Right?
Right.
No, I'm not trying to answer religion.
You right.
On religion.
Yep.
But you're supposed to be like, baby, let's go to church. Let's go. I want you to go to church. You need some help. We need that. But if I say no, I'm saying no.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say? Oh,
Period.
That's hey, it's this chick I was dealing with. She was like, period.
She was on her period.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Bring me a cup.
Take on it, El Poo.
Oh, me, bro. Listen, you ain't gonna force me to go to no church because I read the Bible, and I'm gonna get what I get out the Bible for myself because the Bible said if you want to know, just read. Ain't nobody gonna tell. When you go to church, you being dictated to. The preacher gonna preach about what he gonna preach about. He gonna tell you, oh, you better give some money because a man wouldn't be robbing God and all this old stuff. And then I read in I think it was Matthew, Mark, or Luke, one of those three, where Jesus went into the temple and started flipping over tables and freeing birds and and pouring out the holy water and everything, and said y'all done turned the house of the Lord into a den of thieves. So
Hey,
El Poo, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You're a layman. You need to go to church so you can have somebody properly interpret.
I need to read the Bible, and I need to.
You gotta go to church, brother. Don't be a layman. You can't. You don't understand the Bible. You need somebody anointed by Jesus Christ to give you the word, brother.
And that's just how a woman would, in this case, in my case, that's how my woman would come at me. And you know what? I'll send her to church. You can go ahead and go to church, and I'll be gone when you come back. All right? Now,
Damn.
Hey, but I want to speak on this. Hey, when Jesus went into the house where they was gambling, shooting dice, and doing all this stuff in the church, you think Jesus went in there and it disturbed the dice game, and Jesus was not on his gangster? You think Jesus? Can you interrupt the dice game?
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all some truth on the Bible. That dice, he didn't flip the table, Jules. He flipped it because he lost the dominoes game. That's why.
I'm not going to hell today.
that's blasphemous. That's
blasphemous.
That's blasphemous.
You get when you lose the domino.
That's blasphemous. He did it because the preacher was up there putting more focus on the money than he was on the word. That's what it was.
Lazarus was like, "Get your ass up off the table." Get up off the table, and he flipped the table.
Lazarus said, "I've been to hell and back."
Y'all silly, my nigga. That was funny.
Follow that dope. It got cap in it. It got dope in it. Follow that cap. It got dope in it.
Hey, where the horn at, motherfucker? Wake up, nigga. I'm still in that too, Floyd X thing. I'm still in that, motherfucker. Jesus flipped the table. He lost the dice. I mean, the domino table. That's funny as fuck, my nigga.
No, I think it's nothing wrong with supporting. If your spouse goes to church, but at the same time, if you don't want to go, your spouse shouldn't be hounding you. You know what I mean? It should be like some type of agreement or some type of compromising. You know what I mean? So she won't be at church all by herself all the time. You know what I mean? Some type of compromising, I think, but at the same time, if she know that you don't go to church and you don't want to go when she wants you to go, she can't get on your nerves about that because she knew what time it was before the gate. You know.
Yeah, let me be transparent with you. I'm in a similar relationship. My wife, she never forced me or strongly encouraged me to go to church, but I used to back in the day go on certain Sundays to go show support for what she believes in and stuff like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I get it. It is a level of compromise, and because in the reality is you're interacting with people and you want to keep those people close to you happy, so you will do things to accommodate them in certain situations, and vice versa. When I was a Muslim in the Nation of Islam, she would come to the mosque with me, knowing that she don't believe what I believe, but she would come, and I never forced her to come. Oh, I need you to be MGT, baby. No,
That's a great compromise, though. That's a good,
MGT, tell them
that's a
what
great
MGT
compromise.
is, bro.
that's the
You said
Muslim
it.
girls training.
Yeah.
Muslim girls training.
The women of the Nation of Islam. Yes, sir. The mighty MGT. Much respect and much love to the mighty MGT and the mighty FOI.
Okay, let me say one more thing too. Your woman, in this case, your woman might be telling you to come to church because the preacher might be hitting on her.
Wow.
He got his eye on he got his eye on somebody in the church.
Hey, truth be told,
And they front row.
they be eyeing them women. They truth be told, they be eyeing. If your man ain't coming around, they like saying that. You know what I'm saying? So
That's normal life.
Yeah,
like,
that's
come
what
on,
I'm
a nice plump butt. Barack Obama got caught like, come on. Hey, go to church with your ladies, man. And when the preacher put his hand out, be like, I know what you up to. No, just
Only church I go to is the Pimp Commission. So anyway, we winding down the show. We winding the show down, man. It's almost that time. So let's go ahead and try to close it out a little bit.
went by quick.
Yeah, it did. We had a good show today, y'all.
God damn. Okay, shit.
Salute.
Yes, we'll be rebroadcasting this show later this week. And for those that didn't catch it, we appreciate everybody that is watching the show and support our show. It's much appreciated. Once again, subscribe to our YouTube page. That's the best way you can support us and help us out right now is to subscribe to our YouTube page. We need to get our numbers up, and that's what we're working towards. We got big visions for the Focus Up Network.
Can you run that hotline one more time for them? The drug hotline and the number just one more time.
All right.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead and do it, bro.
And
my
you
bad.
can watch the show on YouTube. Go straight to YouTube. That's where the show. You can watch it. Tell a friend.
So the drug abuse hotline.
Focus Up page on Facebook.
1-800-662-4357. I realize you got to say it. You got to call it out sometimes because a lot of times I just listen to the show. I don't watch it. So you put it up, you got to spell it out. Just like the drug abuse website is help.org.
Bam.
Good stuff.
Focus Up it for the community.
That's right.
There you go, baby. Ooh.
So any more shout outs or anything? Lady J, you want to put your website up there again?
Happy birthday, Janae.
Famous Drops of
Get my ass
Chocolate
kicked in a minute.
at gmail.com.
All right.
Just want to throw that in there.
And I'd like to give a shout out to us, a shout out to the Focus Up team. We don't give our own selves a shout out.
That's right.
That's right. We appreciate y'all buying our merchandise. Keep it coming.
That's right.
And check us out next time. Next week, 9:00 Pacific time, sharp. We be here.
PST.
Yes, sir.
We have more horns for y'all.
12:00 Eastern time.
We'll have more horns for y'all next week.
All right, y'all. So check us out. Like you say, we're gonna rebroadcast this. So we want to say thank you once again, and tune in next time. All right.
All right, you guys.
Hey, wait. Hey, I got my thermostat here. If you don't pay rent, you don't adjust the thermostat, motherfucker. Sorry about that.
We out, y'all.